Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the new year. This is the RGB LED studio light by NEEWER. It's a pretty much any color LED light. So I have a couple of them, bicolors and video lights, but this is the big one. This is the one that the NEEWER technology is now giving you colors inside one of those studio lights. So instead of having like one of those things that I have that is just one color that ranges in different kelvins, you get to change your CCT colors from 2700 to 6500 Kelvin, and it has a CRI rating of 97 plus. So you have a bunch of things, and it pairs super well with the NEEWER app. I currently have the NEEWER app on my phone that I use all the time with my 1x1 LED lights. And now that I have some mount batteries and a bunch of Sony NPF batteries, you can power these things for a while and be able to utilize it anywhere. So we're gonna do a quick unboxing of this one and set it up on this little light stand that I have currently right here. So let me get my razor to unbox this LED light. Right off the bat, we're just gonna open it up. And I didn't open it all the way. Alright. Pop this open. Here. And it comes with a nice like computer cable that's standard, you know, the standard power supply cable that's like looks like that kind of plug. You can just plug it into your computer and charge, you know, turn it on. But it's a longer cord. I believe it's about 6 feet or so. And let's see, right there, it's an instruction manual. We're just gonna put this to the side, and we'll put this onto the ground. Bring out the box. Alright. So here is the LED light that came in, and here is the cover, the reflector. So it's a little different from the ones I have currently. I don't have any on hand right now, but it's a longer made model. Of course, it's a little slightly different, and it's a Bowens mount, so you can connect that to any kind of Bowens connector. Oops, drop something right there. But here is the NEEWER Bowens, the version 2, where you can change it to a round head or a rectangular head by just taking this little piece out right here, so you get that bigger opening, and you can drop that in there. So you can right there. So with this Bowens mount, you can just slide this in. And then, oops, there we go, let's see, put that in, and then twist it, and then you have a Bowens mount. So I'm gonna leave that right here for now, the Bowens mount. And here is the big giant LED itself. I own a small rigs one, and it came with a nice case. This one does not, it's just in this box with styrofoam. I wish it came with that. This currently retails for about $200. Right now I think it's on Amazon for $220, but it probably might drop down later in price as more products start making it, because NEEWER usually comes out with the least expensive thing. So here is the way. So this one is made of hard plastic right here off the back, and of course, there we go. Let's put that on here so we can get it all the way on and locked into this light stand right here. There we go. It's got some nice vents right here that come, you know, when it gets hot, it probably kick on. And I'm just gonna take it off real quick so you guys can see some little things, features on it close up. So off the bat, it has this knob. There's a button on there, so which is kind of cool because you can turn it, and then if you can't turn it all the way, which a lot of lights have this kind of problem, you have to twist around it. What we can do is press the button, and you can move this to another position and then tighten it up. So you can press it in, line here, and then you can turn it again to tighten, so, or loosen. So it knocks it in there, press the button, turn it, and then locks it in, and then you press turn it again. That's kind of cool. That's a nice little function, and you can move this out of the way as well. So it gives that little give that extra push. And of course, it comes with the like a rod right here, so you can put a umbrella in there, like to soften the light as well, to go through. And yeah, this is the CB60, so it's 60 watts, or technically it says 70 watts, so 70 watts of RGB power. So we're gonna place it on to this light stand back on again. Actually, before that again, there's a couple of buttons on the back. So we have here's the layout of the buttons on the back right there. And yeah, it's powered by this. So I think you have to utilize this kind of plug unless you're able to convert this somehow to a V-mount battery, or I wish it was like there's an adapter so you can add batteries on there to make this super ultra portable, but you can't really do that. And I'm not quite sure what these all buttons are until I plug it in and set it up. And of course you can use it by Bluetooth. There's a Bluetooth to 2.4 gigahertz setting, so you can set it up using the app via Bluetooth or just by 2.4 gigahertz using your phone as well, depending on the signal when you need to utilize. So we're just gonna time this real quick. Alright, put this on here. I'm just gonna, there's a sliding mechanism on the top right here to take this light cover that protects it. So we're going to untwist this, and then I will plug it in to the wall outlet. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see. Turn it to the side so I can see it. First, the bottom lights are, oh, so the power button's on the bottom right here. Right on the bottom, so I'll turn it on real quick. And then it lights up yellow. Right now it's at, let's see, which one is it at? I'm not sure what this twist thing does. Oh, it's an antenna. So this right here, the knob that I twisted off, is actually the antenna to extend the signal length of it. So, and the one I got is in blue, so you know, just the color of the design of it, it's just in blue. So here we go. So right now I'm gonna tip it to the side, and since it's all buttons, right now it's at 18% brightness. Let's just bring it down to 1%, so you guys can see it right there. I'm just gonna leave it at 1% brightness, and that's the first thing. It's 10, and now it's at 2700 Kelvin. It just shows the 27 as big numbers and the 00 as a small Kelvin. So I'm gonna show you guys before I blind myself. Here is what it looks like currently. 27 is where the Kelvin is, and then of course you can just dial that. So I'm gonna put the dial at 27 Kelvin. Let me switch down to the next one. I don't know what GM is yet. Alright, here we go. Alright, so cool. Let me see that right there. So after I click on HSI, hue, saturation, intensity, I can switch it to, like, you know, the saturation will get very blue. It's still at let's see. Is at 100 blue, and we'll of course lower the intensity real quick to 1% so you guys can not get blinded. And underneath there's the button, so I'm gonna switch it to the hue right now. It's all made with the dial currently, so right now it's purple, so it's at 300. 300 is the purple range. You get to see that purple color right there, and 100 saturation. If you go 100 saturation, you can cycle it through two different colors. So now it's at like a 1, which is the red, and then it goes to green, and lightsaber green, and blue, cyan, and then of course in the 200s in the blue section. So that's where we're at. So of course I'll keep it at this color, and that's for HSI, hue, saturation, intensity. You can switch it off to just CCT, and then this is at 2700 Kelvin, and to make it more white, 6500 Kelvin right here. That's the max it has, 6500, and then of course the lowest is 2700 to make it the most yellow. And then of course they have a couple of functions that's built in. This is probably a faulty bulb or something, or a pulse. This like pulse. This is like a blue pulse. There's police. It's at 50% brightness, by the way. I have to lower that down just so that it doesn't blind the camera. And lower back down to 1. Right now it's at flame. I think there comes with like 17 different lighting scenes. Hue, color, goes cycle through the colors of the rainbow. And with that, right now, we're just gonna switch over to the app. So, and let me see if I can pair it right now with the app. So I'm gonna open the NEEWER app right here real quick. And it's gonna load the device right away because it sensed that this is on. So let's get it's called the NEEWER Infinity light. All right, that's by Bluetooth. So let's connect it via Bluetooth. And since it's currently switched to Bluetooth, we'll see how it shows up on the app itself. Let's see. Let me see. Okay. There we go. Boom, connected. Oh, adding device. Added successfully. Now I have my light wand to 1x1 panels, and this RGB light. Now I switch it. I can change it to yellow and lower the brightness to 0%. Right to 2% brightness right there. And then I can change the color temperature like just like that. Just by sliding this thing. Yellow to white. And of course switch it to HSI scene. Boom. And I can switch it to red instantly. Green. And that's the biggest thing with pairing all your apps together in one device and one app. It's amazing to utilize an app to control it wherever you are. And this creates different scenes, so you can replace the lights you have, of course, of lightning. That's what it is. CCT pulse, hue flash, and it's got 3 pages of scenes. That's 17 different things. And of course, you can do like just go through hue, go to the hue colors, like a party scene. And that's and the fan's not that loud. That's currently on, so it's at 50% brightness. Maybe when it's higher, if it was lower, it might make less sound, but this is the sound if you can hear it. And that's basically it to this NEEWER CB60 RGB Infinity light. That's what it's called in this app. It's the 097B00 model. I'm not even quite sure, but I got this in navy just to have a little different color. But it's kind of cool. Get the little power adapter into it. The only thing I wish, and there's a red. It's currently on Bluetooth, so you know that's on Bluetooth. It's connected. Someone's connected to it, which is me, and it shows up red. So if I switch it to like 2.4 gigahertz, I wonder if it still shows up. It doesn't, so you can't connect it. It's not connected. So back to Bluetooth. Let me see. This is not connected. So load device again. So yeah, it has to be on Bluetooth settings before it can connect, unless you're on that 2.4 gigahertz setting. So and that's basically it to this NEEWER RGB LED light. Yeah, so even it has a sticker display right here that says power. It points it down to here because I was like, I couldn't figure out how to turn this thing on without it finding the switch. So from that switch is where the lights are, and then all the buttons are to cycle through the little settings, and then of course there's the dial to change it. And this right here is for if you're using 2.4 gigahertz. This is the antenna, so you can actually add actually longer antenna if you have one. And then of course that's basically it. And this part right here is for the adapter if you wanted to use like this little reflector. Let me take this one off, turn this off, put it on here, lock it in place, and that's the LED adapter on the bones mount to make it spread out better. And yeah, you get this little nice little gigantic LED light, the NEEWER. So if you have any questions regarding this LED light, or if you want to see some in-case scenarios, leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.